studio of the Greater New York Conference Media Center. Welcome to this month's edition of YouthCast. I am Teddy Williamson.
And I'm Patty Garrity. Teddy, how have you been enjoying the winter so far?
Well, to be honest with you, Patty, this winter has been a very rough, cold, and lots of snow. Frankly, I can't wait for the summer to come.
What? You don't like all this snow?
Well, let's admit it. The snow is beautiful. It's white and it's just nice to look at. But when it comes to driving and shoveling, that's not so nice. And to be honest, I've had a lot of that to do this winter.
Are you sure, Teddy? Because I actually have a few piles that I would be more than willing to sell you for a very good price.
No, thank you, Patty. I've had enough of my own. Frankly, I could give you some of mine for free.
No, that's okay. In that case, why don't we discuss some of the events and activities that have been going on in our conference so far?
That is a great idea, and we do have a lot to cover, so let's get straight into it. We recently concluded our 5th Annual Youth Congress in Stamford, Connecticut. I was encouraged to see that there were so many candidates at the dedication service. Patty, do you have any idea as to how many candidates there were at this year's dedication service?
I actually do, Teddy. There were 510 candidates that participated in the dedication service. This is by far the biggest class that we have ever started the year with. We are hoping and praying that we can have a 100% graduation rate at the end of the year. In addition to this, there were 1,200 total participants present at the hotel and a total of 150 seminars taught.
Wow, that is truly amazing. I had no idea we had so many. You know, all I can say is to God be the glory for all that's happening in youth ministry in this conference. In addition to the dedication service, the Congress also featured classes for many tracks that were offered, a dedicated prayer room, and some inspirational preaching over the weekend. This year, there were also some time scheduled for the final planning and announcement of this year's area community service projects. During the time, the area coordinators met with local church Pathfinder, Adventure, and AOI leaders to discuss the plan for the year. Some of these projects include volunteering in hospitals, city parks, schools, and libraries. These projects will be coordinated by each area coordinator and will run throughout the entire year. This project has been chosen with this year's theme in mind: God's City, My City. If you are not sure as to what your project is, please contact your area coordinator. Their contact information can be found on our website at www.gncyyouth.com.
Along with these, there were a number of awards handed out at this year's Congress. These included Medal of Courage and Service to Kelvin Rivas, Teen of the Year 2010, Nathan Monangi of the Manhattan Adventist Church, Young Adult of the Year 2010, Diego Fernandez of the Soundview Spanish Adventist Church. Adventist Youth Leader of the Year 2010, Sunilbe Ciceron of the Soundview Spanish Adventist Church. Adventist Youth Coordinator of the Year 2010, Ryan Sharp, Coordinator in the Bronx. And Adventist Youth Ministries of the Year 2010. In third place, Dykeman Spanish Seventh-day Adventist Church. Second place, Manhattan Seventh-day Adventist Church, and first place, Soundview Seventh-day Adventist Church. Congratulations to all of these year's award winners, and remember that to be considered for an award, you need to have your local church leaders send in their monthly reports.
That is right, Patty. Those monthly reports are key, along, of course, with doing some good work for the Lord. Work and report, and that way we'll know exactly what's happening in your local church. Another event that recently held was this year's God Encounter event that was held at Camp Winnipeg in Massachusetts. This was run through the Atlantic Union and was attended by 100 members from the Greater New York Conference. This year's theme was Living the Deliverance, God's Riches at Christ's Expense, with a focus on grace.
The most recent event was the Pathfinder Recognition Day, held at the North Bronx SDA Church in the Bronx. On this day, the winners of various Adventure and Pathfinder Awards for 2010 were recognized. Some of the winners were Adventure of the Year, Krista Kewal; Pathfinder of the Year, Star Luz Manzueta; Master Guide of the Year, Shanice John; Adventure Director of the Year, Karen Mayhew; Pathfinder Director of the Year, Valerie Bent; Pathfinder Coordinator of the Year, Aurora Sandoval. The Adventure Clubs of the Year: in third place, Richmond Hill; second place, Yonkers Spanish; and first place, University Spanish. And the Pathfinder Clubs of the Year: third place, University Spanish; second place, Queen's Spanish, and first place Yonkers Spanish. These clubs and individuals went above and beyond what is required and chose to make an extra sacrifice for their fellow neighbors and for the Lord. Let's take a look at what a few of the winners had to say about their awards.
Karen, how excited are you to have won the award?
I'm very excited. I just want to thank God for just being a wonderful father that he had and for the wonderful staff and support staff that he has given us.
It feels great. It's awesome to serve God. And everything I do it because of God.
How does it feel to have won?
I'm very proud and I'd like to thank my God. It's an honor and glory for him. I'm very happy. Thank you.
Spanish Yonkers Pathfinder Club just won the 2010 Pathfinder Club of the Year. How do you feel?
Good. Very, very good.
Great. What was the hardest part of the year? Was it getting kids to come or organizing a big event? What was the toughest part of the year?
To be honest with you, the toughest part of the year was to stop them from keeping the events going. There's a lot of fundraising, a lot of participation from the kids, and they always wanted activity 2 or 3 times a month. You have to tell them to stop. We have to do it at least once a month or wear us out at the time the way we're going. So our biggest problem was trying to control them to stop.
I was so nervous and very happy. I don't work to get an award. I work to serve the Lord and the Adventures and Pathfinders and Queens and in the whole conference. And it was a surprise, a good surprise. I know all my colleagues deserve because we all work hard, but I'm glad that I was chosen. But thank the Lord that he gave us the blessing of working for him in 2010.
Krista, how does it feel to win Adventure of the Year? You happy?
Mm-hmm.
Yes?
Yes.
Did you have to do a lot of work?
Yes.
Where are you gonna put your award?
Along with my dog collection.
Oh, really? That's great. So, how does it feel to win Pathfinder of the Year?
Great. I didn't even think I'd win. I don't know. I didn't even think I was a nominee.
Did you have a lot of work to do to win?
I don't know. I wasn't expecting to win.
Shanice, how does it feel to have won?
Well, I'm really surprised. I didn't even think I was going to be nominated or anything. I had no idea. I just got a text that I should come upstairs. So I came upstairs because I was going to give blood. So, yeah. So I'm surprised. I didn't even know what was going on.
These clubs and individuals went above and beyond what is required and chose to make an extra sacrifice for their fellow neighbors and for the Lord.
I love to see all the Pathfinders and Adventurers in uniform. They look so good. In addition, Pastor Corted announced the appointment of 6 new area coordinators. The new coordinators will offer additional resources to the local church directors to rely upon throughout the year. The new coordinators are Leslie Colon, Jean Bernard Berdu, Ruth Gorez, James Barros, Adriana Mejia, Judy Austin. We congratulate all the winners as well as the new coordinators on their accomplishment. Of course, no event like this would be complete without a mission project or two, especially as we take this year to dedicate ourselves to serving the community more than ever. This year, the conference scheduled to have a team and hand from the New York Blood Center. They collected blood donated from all those who were able to donate. In total, 87 people tested and the conference donated 71 pints of blood. Every one of these units has the potential to save someone's life and will be used right here in New York. Also, the Adventurers and Pathfinders Club from across the conference donated books, fruit and food basket, toys and care packages to be handed out within the local community. This action proved that the youth of the conference has embraced this year's theme, God's City, My City.
Not only has the conference been active to start the year, but they have planned a lot of activities and events throughout the year. Here's a look at some of the events coming right up for February. The first is the February 12th Praise and Prayer Summit that will be taking place across the conference at 7 locations, 1 for each area. The locations for the first of these Praise and Prayer Summits are in Brooklyn, Maranatha Seventh-day Adventist Church, Bronx, Philadelphia Seventh-day Adventist Church, Long Island, Bayshore Seventh-day Adventist Church, in Manhattan, Dykeman Seventh-day Adventist Church, Queens, Luso-Brazilian Seventh-day Adventist Church, and Staten Island, Manor Road Seventh-day Adventist Church, and in upstate New York, Central Mount Vernon Seventh-day Adventist Church. During each of these events, the area projects will also be announced. We hope that each of you will find the way to attend these special events. Should you need any additional information, including the addresses of any of these locations, please visit the website at www.gnycyouth.com.
Another upcoming event is the Adventurous Staff Basic Training Session to be held at the weekend of February 26 and 27 at the Old Westbury Church on Long Island. This event is a must for those who are taking the ALA class this year. In keeping with Pathfinder theme, Pathfinder Club and directors remember that this year early registration for the Atlantic Union Pathfinder Camporee to be held in Rhode Island will end March 1st.
Finally, we need to announce that in light of the recent political and social troubles that have taken place in Egypt, that the Cultural Enhancement Mission trip originally scheduled for Egypt has been changed to include China and South Korea. All changes are being finalized by the conference and will soon be announced as all the details have been worked out. We ask that everyone please pray for the situation in Egypt, that it can come to a peaceful resolution.
Remember, this is just a tip of the iceberg. The conference has many events planned this year, especially over the summer, so please remember to keep checking in with us here on YouthCast for the latest upcoming events. In addition, we ask that you please leave us some comments, thoughts, or even suggestions on what you'd like to see and how we can improve future YouthCast episodes. Feel free to leave these messages on our Youth Media Ministry page on Facebook or on YouTube, or on Pastor Cortez' Facebook or on his webpage. We thank you for your suggestions and look forward to hearing from you. Well, that's it for YouthCast. In the studio of the Greater New York Conference Media Center, I am Teddy Williamson.
And I'm Patty Garrity. And now for a short message from our director, Pastor Jose Cortez.
I am really excited about what I have seen here today. Over 1,000 Pathfinders, adventurers, master guides, youth, young adults, and adults ministering right here in the North Bronx area of New York. A big part of reaching our cities, villages, and towns is helping to meet their needs. Just this month, the New York Blood Center declared a blood emergency. There is a tremendous need for blood in New York. Today, many pins of blood, Adventist blood, which I hear is the best one in town, have been given to help our city and its suburbs. This is evangelism. This is outreach. This is part of revival and change. The Adventist youth of Greater New York pray, praise, fast, preach, but also give their blood, toys, food, baskets, care packets to our communities. We talk and act. We preach with our acts of love and compassion. We do this because we love God. We love our city. We love people. Through this year and beyond, I would like to challenge you to mind about your community and care for your city. Let go of the mentality that your spiritual life is limited to the inside of the church and your own personal spiritual life. A follower of Jesus has the priorities of Jesus. Jesus walked the streets, loved people, prayed with them, cried with them, he healed them. Jesus sat with the little kids, ate with the good people and with the so-called worst ones. He offered them hope for the present and for the future. If you want your city to truly be God's city, I encourage you to get out of the walls of your church into the streets of your community. You are never too young. You are never too old to make a difference. If you truly believe in revival and change, strengthen your personal commitment with Jesus and then get out there and give love now. That is part of the revival and change that I need, the revival and change that we all need. Just this morning, my 4-year-old son, Joel, told me, "Papa, when I grow a bit more, I will give my blood." When we love our communities, we're not only blessing our city, we receive a blessing ourselves, and we teach the upcoming generations. Remember, one day Jesus will say to some very special people, "As you did it for the little ones, you did it for me." I want to be on that special group. I love you, God bless you, and God bless our city.
That's it. Is that what we said? Well, Patty, that's it for this month. From the studio of the Greater New York Conference of Seventh-day Adventists, I'm Teddy Williams. Back up, guys.
You gotta look in the camera.
Yeah. You gotta look in the camera, right?
That one.
Where's the camera? That one, right?
Yeah, the middle one.